Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Tulane Green Wave taking on the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Tulane will kick it off to get this game underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Smith. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Offense in a bunch formation. From the gun. Give on the inside. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Brown wants to pass. Quick strike complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, that play right there shows me that the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was. He got it out to him quick, and as a result, they avoided the negative play and sack.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Well, I like trick plays. I just don't love dialing up the reverse on 3rd down, though, because if the defense doesn't bite, and they're already expecting pass anyway, a lot of guys have their eyes on the QB. They're just following the football in zone coverage, and they use their speed, rally to him, make a tackle, and now set up 4th down.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nice move to keep running. There he goes. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And you start to get that offense going
and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Preston. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Trying to run, it's McClure. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Between the uprights, it's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Western Kentucky is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage, but despite all that, we still have a very close game. They're up by 7 over UAB. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Brown will throw it. Got his man quickly. Jangang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he is stopped behind the line, and that's how we'll finish the first quarter. We've reached the break, and it's Tulane on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Catch in the middle, it's Sullivan. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
Coming up, 4th down.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Oh, he's got some space. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
I think a lot of people in the stadium are questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Right back to the well. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And those are the plays you dream about. You blitz, you bring the absolute lumber. Those big hits, man, those can set the tone. And that makes a decision for this offensive player. Do I really want to go near that guy again?
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Brown wants to pass. Gets it out fast. Quick step and go. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The Bulls line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. The give to the back. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Going to the run, it's Isaac. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's a nice job by this defense, getting in the backfield quick. They got in there so fast, anticipating pass on third and long, but they reacted so well to the run, get the tackle for a loss, and now probably going to force the punt here.
Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss make rate, and listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And the quarterback put up 2 and sacked at the 12.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Got his man to the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Takes it the other way. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And I think this offensive coordinator is going to be frustrated with his quarterback. You got the lead. You want to get more points. You want to be aggressive, but you cannot put the ball in harm's way near midfield. Now you've given the defense a chance to now go score points and maybe take the lead in this football game.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he's going to reach for a long one and have to guide it in from the left side. 51 yards out. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for room, it's Norton. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Bulls will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Callaway. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Starting this third quarter on the ground. Look out, he's got room. Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there. Solid run on the last play gives this offense another first down. They'll give it on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's McClure. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Fires to the wideout. That's caught. It's Hayes. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Powers through the defender.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. The ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open. What a run. Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one.
He's loose on the right. Touchdown, USF. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Still looking, on the move. He'll throw it. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
Handoff from the gun. Sweet cut there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I did not have this on my bingo card, guys, but being one of the most talented quarterbacks in college football, to be under 50% completions in this game, nobody saw that coming. He has not been able to find his rhythm, and he looks frustrated.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe of the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Buying some time. On the move, he fires. Working on the right. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Trying to escape and get it himself.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You can see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down and get some positive yards.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Turning it on! And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third.
First and goal, Tulane.
That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Power ahead. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Green Wave. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a... And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home. That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
And the Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Brown will throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Oh, he got loose. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the run. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
Tulane to the line, facing 2nd and short. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And with that incompletion, it now sets up a very interesting decision for the head coach, right? You've got a narrow lead. You kick the field goal now, you force the opponent to have to at least score a touchdown to retake the lead. But you can also seize a lot of momentum if you get it here on 4th and short. If you're able to score a touchdown, this is a completely different game.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely perfect. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the 4th. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Brown wants to pass. Takes the easy completion. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force 3rd and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks in the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
Well, when you're throwing a slant against man coverage, the timing's got to be perfect, right? The receiver's got to cross the defender's face. QB's got to put it out in front. It happens so quickly. That time the timing a little bit off, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the try is no good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown will throw it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing.
Hits the afterburners. Into the end zone. Touchdown Bulls.
That is how it's done. In the clutch, in the big time, your offense comes up with the big drive, puts points on the board. Now you tell your kicker, go knock this PAT through, take the lead. Nice execution by this offense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 9 to South Alabama. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Bought a little time, lets it go. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Nice move there. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Caught close to the marker, it's Hayes. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down.
And that's good enough for a first down.
To the air on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
So now it's second and long. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And, man, I love safeties that play with great vision in the back end, right? They're the safety for a reason. They're the back line of defense 99% of the time, and I love how he sees the ball, he breaks on it. This defense, they have an opportunity to finish this game. They've played well all game long. Now finish the deal.
Here's the pressure. Makes the catch. It's Preston. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Wants to throw on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll get rid of it. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
That's reeled in. It's Turner. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Power football with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout call by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock.
And that's what you told your running back. Hey, we're running the football up the middle. Put two hands on the football. Make sure you don't lose it. Square it up. Let's try to let this clock tick down as much as possible. And you're in an opportunity where you can kick the walk-off game-winning field goal.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Well, they run it right up the middle to try to give their kicker a good angle, and here we go. This is all you can ask for if you're the kicker, an opportunity to go win the game. The ball's right in the middle of the field. You got to go do your job.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good. He got it. He missed earlier, but connects when it mattered the most. Guys, that one was a ton of fun to call, and the players, a lot of games sort of wash away in the memory bank. Not that one. That will be an indelible mark in their memories.
I agree, Reese. You know, I think back to my career at Florida, and just the games that stand out the most were always the ones that went down to the wire, whether we lost or whether we won. For this team, this is going to be a good memory moving forward, David, because of how well they played late.
Did you lose more of those or win more of those? I'm just asking for a friend. Tennessee, what happened? Hey, yeah, it's big-time clutch, right? These are the ones that define your seasons, define your careers, and the ones you never forget, those heartbreakers that come down to the last play.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.